Hi, welcome to UPSC Kata. In this video we are going to learn about the evolution of the Earth. In this lecture we covered the following points. 1. Evolution of lithosphere. 2. Evolution of atmosphere and hydrosphere. 3. Origin of life. Let's see how Earth evolved with due course of time. Do you know that the planet Earth initially was a barren, rocky, and hot object with a thin atmosphere of hydrogen and helium? This is far from the present-day picture of the Earth. Hence, there must have been some events processes, which may have caused this change from rocky, barren, and hot Earth to a beautiful planet with ample amount of water and conducive atmosphere favoring the existence of life. In the following section, you will find out how the period, between the 4,600 million years and the present, led to the evolution of life on the surface of the planet. The Earth has a layered structure. From the outermost end of the atmosphere to the center of the Earth, the material that exists is not uniform. The atmospheric matter has the least density. From the surface to deeper depths, the Earth's interior has different zones and each of these contains materials with different characteristics. Let's see how lithosphere evolved with due course of time. Figure shows the structure of Earth. Structure of Earth consists of crust, upper mantle which makes lithosphere, lower mantle, outer core, and inner core. Evolution of lithosphere. The Earth was mostly in a volatile state during its primordial stage. Due to gradual increase in density, the temperature inside has increased. As a result, the material inside started getting separated depending on their densities. This allowed heavier materials, like iron, to sink towards the center of the Earth and the lighter ones to move towards the surface. With passage of time it cooled further and solidified and condensed into a smaller size. This later led to the development of the outer surface in the form of a crust. During the formation of the Moon, due to the giant impact, the Earth was further heated up. It is through the process of differentiation that the Earth-forming material got separated into different layers. Starting from the surface to the central parts, we have layers like the crust, mantle, outer core and inner core. From the crust to the core, the density of the material increases. We shall discuss in detail the properties of each of this layer in the next video. Evolution of atmosphere and hydrosphere. The present composition of Earth's atmosphere is chiefly contributed by nitrogen and oxygen. You will be dealing with the composition and structure of the Earth's atmosphere in Chapter 8. There are 3 stages in the evolution of the present atmosphere. The first stage is marked by the loss of primordial atmosphere. In the second stage, the hot interior of the Earth contributed to the evolution of the atmosphere. Finally, the composition of the atmosphere was modified by the living world through the process of photosynthesis. The early atmosphere, with hydrogen and helium, is supposed to have been stripped off as a result of the solar winds. This happened not only in case of the Earth, but also in all the terrestrial planets, which were supposed to have lost their primordial atmosphere through the impact of solar winds. During the cooling of the Earth, gases and water vapor were released from the interior solid Earth. This started the evolution of the present atmosphere. The early atmosphere largely contained water vapor, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, methane, ammonia, and very little of free oxygen. The process through which the gases were outpoured from the interior is called degassing. Continuous volcanic eruptions contributed water vapor and gases to the atmosphere. As the Earth cooled, the water vapor released started getting condensed. The carbon dioxide in the atmosphere got dissolved in rainwater and the temperature further decreased, causing more condensation and more rains. The rainwater falling onto the surface got collected in the depressions to give rise to oceans. The Earth's oceans were formed within 500 million years from the formation of the Earth. This tells us that the oceans are as old as 4,000 million years. Sometime around 3,800 million years ago, life began to evolve. However, around 2,500 to 3,000 million years before the present, the process of photosynthesis got evolved. Life was confined to the oceans for a long time. Oceans began to have the contribution of oxygen through the process of photosynthesis. Eventually, oceans were saturated with oxygen, and 2,000 million years ago, oxygen began to flood the atmosphere. In the last stage, origin of life. Figure shows the evolution of human race, like this life at the Earth changes with the course of time. Origin of life. The last phase in the evolution of the Earth relates to the origin and evolution of life. It is undoubtedly clear that initially the Earth or even the atmosphere of the Earth was not conducive for the development of life. Modern scientists refer to the origin of life as a kind of chemical reaction, which first generated complex organic molecules and assembled them. This assemblage was such that they could duplicate themselves, converting inanimate matter into living substance. The record of life that existed on this planet in different periods is found in rocks in the form of fossils. The microscopic structures closely related to the present form of blue algae have been found in geological formations much older than some 3,000 million years. It can be assumed that life began to evolve sometime 3,800 million years ago.